Alright, let's dive into something that's both fascinating and incredibly relatable. How one person, with a tight budget and some serious resourcefulness, manages to thrive on minimal grocery spending. This isn't just about saving money, it's about a mindset, a lifestyle, and frankly, a masterclass in making the most of what you've got. So, let's break this down. First off, the hook. Imagine earning around $500 to $600 a week after tax and spending just $70 to $100 on groceries. Sounds impossible, right? But here's the thing. This isn't about deprivation, it's about strategy. Personally, I think what makes this story so compelling is how it challenges our assumptions about budgeting. It's not just about cutting costs, it's about redefining value. Now, let's talk about the core of this approach, self-sufficiency. This person makes almost everything from scratch: bread, muesli bars, yogurt, you name it. What's really interesting here is how this taps into a broader trend of reclaiming traditional skills. In a world where convenience is king, there's something almost rebellious about baking your own bread or freezing homemade meals. It's not just about saving money, it's about control. You know exactly what's in your food, and frankly, it probably tastes better too. One thing that immediately stands out is the focus on seasonal and free resources. Citrus is booming. Stock up. Someone offers eggs. Take them. This isn't just frugality, it's a mindset of abundance. What many people don't realize is that this kind of thinking isn't just for rural dwellers or those on tight budgets, it's a universal skill. If you take a step back and think about it, we've all got access to something we're not fully utilizing, whether it's a neighbor's fruit tree or a local farmer's market. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. This story isn't just about one person's grocery bill, it's about resilience. This individual was made redundant, faced a tough job market, and still managed to not just survive but thrive. What this really suggests is that financial stability isn't just about how much you earn, it's about how you manage what you have. The skills learned from childhood, baking, freezing, making do, weren't just handy, they were life-saving. A detail I find fascinating is the focus on essentials. Milk, fruit, veggies, these are the non-negotiables. But even here, there's strategy. Buying in bulk, freezing, and waiting for sales aren't just cost-saving measures, they're acts of intentionality. It's about knowing what you need and refusing to pay more than necessary. In my opinion, this is where a lot of us could learn a thing or two. We're so used to convenience that we've forgotten the value of planning. Now, let's address the luxuries. Salon shampoo for $70? That's a splurge, but here's the thing, it's a calculated one. This person knows where to find it cheapest, orders it online, and makes it last. What makes this really interesting is how it challenges the all-or-nothing mindset. You don't have to live like a monk to save money, you just have to be smart about where you spend. Finally, the advice: get the cookbooks out, go back to basics. This raises a deeper question: why have we moved so far away from these fundamentals? Personally, I think it's because we've been sold the idea that convenience equals progress. But if you take a step back and think about it, there's a certain freedom in knowing you can make a meal from scratch or fix something yourself. It's not just about saving money, it's about reclaiming a sense of self-reliance. So, here's my closing thought. What if we all took a page from this book? Not just in how we shop, but in how we approach life. What if we stopped seeing frugality as a necessity and started seeing it as a choice, a way to live more intentionally, more sustainably, and maybe even more joyfully? Food for thought, right? Let me know what you think in the comments below.